What's good, YouTube? Menasteel here. Today I want to highlight this Venusaur EX deck that got top 8 out of 145 players this past weekend with a 70% win rate. When I went back to look at the matchups this deck went through, it is not a surprise that all 3 losses came to the hands of Charizard EX. However, this deck did beat some of the top contenders such as Pikachu and Gyarados EX. This list is highlighted due to the unlikely appearance of Venusaur EX. Venusaur EX is a grass Pokemon with 190 HP whose attack Giant Bloom deals 100 damage as well as heals Venusaur for 30. This secondary ability as well as its 190 HP pair for a very resilient threat that some decks in the format just cannot handle, especially when you take into account the additional healing in this deck in the form of Erica and Potion. Despite the upside of Venusaur EX, its attack requiring 4 energy as well as it being a stage 2 make for a slow and inconsistent buildup. That's where the real MVP of the deck comes in the form of Executor EX, as I cannot emphasize enough how this Pokemon single-handedly wins you games in which any other grass strategy could not even make a dent. I truly believe it is Executor that keeps Celebi relevant in this current format, as well as gives any other grass strategy like Venusaur a chance in this meta. The 5th basic in the deck comes in the form of Mew EX, which if compared to other lists I have highlighted in the past, you can see I tend to agree with this, as it's a great answer to big threats in the format, especially Charizard. However, in testing, this card probably underperformed more than any other card in this list. And the last one I want to emphasize or highlight is X Speed. Although on first impression, I immediately thought to myself this would be better if it was just Leaf. In practice, including the gameplay you will see today, the X Speed and Leaf are usually interchangeable in most situations, and the plays X Speed allows wouldn't be possible with Leaf. After my own practice with the deck, I am no longer surprised with the outcome or like the results that it put in, and I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps jumping into top cut here and there, as in my own sample size I was able to retain a 70% win rate myself, and ultimately it's unsurprisingly even that the losses came to the hands of like Blaine or Charizard EX, just fire in general. But I do want to like put awareness to the fact that it's also a tough matchup for against Celebi. Like if Celebi EX is also an on Executor like it should be, and if they set up quick enough, it's also a tough time for this deck. But other than those 2 decks, so like if you miss those matchups, you could go like a whole tournament and like top easily. Like this deck is really that good. Ultimately, I encourage you guys to try out the deck for yourself, as it was a lot of fun and made for some great back and forth, as it's not a deck that's gonna one-shot everything, and it's definitely not gonna get one-shot by everything. Feel free to comment down below what changes you would make to the deck, or what you think about the deck in general. Also consider liking and subscribing, as it helps a ton, and stay pro. Alright, we're going second against Psychic. The X Speed will let us like get creative. Like hopefully we get this online. Oof, and against Gatsby, yeah. This Pokeball has a 50% chance of getting it because we are playing 5 basics, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just double checking the list real quick. That's not counting that if we draw it or see a research, like obviously you have a higher chance, but actually didn't see if the mythical slab hit. Looked at top card and drew it. Okay. Okay, so now there's a 67% chance that this is the egg, and we got it. Okay. I think we're gonna be really aggressive with it. Let's just go here X, and we're gonna X speed. Poke for 20, that puts him at 40. If he doesn't evolve, we get the knockout. And if he does evolve, we get it with the. Basically, this forces him to see the Haunter. And we could risk taking the 30 or the 20. The only way we get punished is if he's playing the promo Haunter and gets a heads. And flips heads at me. I did play it 100% thinking that he'd be on the Will-O-Wisp one or whatever the attack is called, the 30 damage for 1 energy. He hasn't evolved yet. Okay, there. So yeah, he is on the one I expected. Another mythical slab, which hits. Okay, so he's on the Gengar line, but he's also on Mewtwo. I wonder if he'll switch it out. Okay, he does not. So we really ahead here would really put us ahead. I'm
not gonna put down the execute because that spot is like reserved for the Mew that would counter Mewtwo. So let's just hope for heads here, and we're really ahead here. Let's go. Okay. That's the reason for Executor in this deck, or I guess in any grass deck, or in any deck in general, is just to apply pressure while that like your main attacker wouldn't be able to the point where I feel like in a lot of decks, this guy's the main attacker. But yeah, if you were just dependent on Venusaur, and let's say you'd play the Superior line or something, or Lilligant to like ramp, or Butterfree to like extra heals, you're not doing anything for like the first half of the game. That's where the egg comes in handy. Sabrina. It will slow us down because we're gonna punt in energy, but we're staying on the aggressive. We don't even have Ivysaur. There's no reason to like value the energy here this much. He's on 2 cards in hand, but he's gone through a lot of his deck. He's got 5 cards left. We have more than half our deck. We're no hesitation, switching right back. Healing a bit here. I'll go Tropical Swing. Yeah, two heads means we knock out this Mewtwo. 1 heads means that if he doesn't heal, like our next Tropical Swing, even if it's Tails, the Bulbasaur could literally come from behind and get the kill, the KO. Okay, so Gardevoir doesn't change the math in any way, because at most he could go to 3, hit us for 50. If I was him, I'd even like put an energy on the one in the back instead. Alright, Potion, okay. Potion unfortunately doesn't fix the math, because we'd still be at 150. So let's charge this Bulbasaur here. And just... yeah, it doesn't change the math at all. So we'll just go for... if it heads, we win the game, and if not, yeah, okay. This Executor just said put the whole team on his back, flip 3 heads in a row, and I'd be mad if I was him. But it's what the deck does. We get to go first, and we have the same sleeves, but it's not a mirror match, okay. Guarding Mew is not ideal. Now the question is it like a Misty, like a Starmie deck is what I mean? Or is it Gyarados? Like, what are we gonna see? Okay, Gyarados. We're not playing Geo, so we don't get to like... and also we don't have a Psychic Energy. I was almost hoping for the egg there, but... it is what it is. Had we seen the egg, we would have been able to apply a lot of pressure or gotten close to just start knocking out everything. Because now all he has to do is give the energy to Magikarp and leap out, and the following turn Farfetch could start punishing us. The same way that Executor would do. Okay. That's kind of insane, because he could have been... well, clearly, like with the board state that it currently is, he can't get punished. But I almost don't want to evolve Bulbasaur. Like, if I evolve now, we put him to 2. Like, next turn he goes to 2 energy. And I could evolve him to Venusaur, but it wouldn't do it. Like, it wouldn't do anything. There's no reason to speed it up. I think I'm gonna keep it at this. Let's see how that goes. Because if that Magikarp stays there another turn, I'll X speed into Bulbasaur and see if we get the kill. Now, if this Misty gets a bunch of heads, we just self-combust to a Gyarados. Okay, let's go. So if he doesn't have Gyarados, which could be, let's see. Okay, X speed. Okay, yeah.
Well, we do have Sabrina, so we can
Like, if he doesn't play anything, this seems like there's no Gyarados, but he could also just want to get aggressive with Farfetch. Okay, there's the Gyarados number. Okay, I'll keep my words to myself. How aggressive do we want to be? Because we're definitely doing this. Like, we could Sabrina out the Gyarados with only 1 energy on him and start hitting him for 40. That puts it at 140, clearly. That's what math does. Or we could start hitting for 160. I mean, hitting 60 with the Venusaur as soon as next turn. Or we could go 40, then 60. It still can't attack, you know, barring Misty. And it can't really run away just yet, unless he uses Leaf or something. I'm gonna be aggressive. We're gonna play it differently here. I could get punished, but I think if we play the waiting game, they'll outspeed us. Like, once he gets going, we can't knock this Gyarados down before it knocks us down. And playing it like this, even with a, yeah, no. I could be wrong. I think this is the correct way to have a chance in this matchup. Okay, so this turn we go 40, next turn we evolve into this and go 60, and then the following turn, like, yeah, we're behind on the evolution line, but we're on curve attack-wise. Like, damage dealing-wise, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because this upcoming turn we do 60 and pass, he goes to 3. We're on pace to knock it out, so. As long as he doesn't hit Misty or another potion, we have the knockout. And if he doesn't have like Leaf or something, the only way he could get Farfetch'd into the board is by completely getting rid of everything on his Gyarados. Let's see if I was able, if the aggression paid off. So far, looking good. It's working out exactly as like I hoped for, I guess. Yeah, we got it. I guess he put us on better not have the Venusaur, but man, we've had that since turn 1. Let's go. Safe to say GG's. The math added up, even with the potion. We were able to do the 40 with Bulbasaur, 60 with Ivysaur, and then the 100 with Giant Bloom. And now we one-shot either Farfetch'd. Yeah, no, the Sabrina play with XP, like that aggression, I think is what got us there. Had we given him too many turns, like one way of looking at it is like we would have still knocked them out, but it would have left us like too weak to like deal with the Farfetch'd. I don't know. It also helped that his Misty missed. Can't go without like pointing that out. Okay. Yeah, GG's.
Alright, we're going first against grass. I think we want to be aggressive with or without the evolution in hand. Because him just seeing it makes him like automatically respect it. And he started Snivy. Are we gonna be able to punish him for it? We'll see. If we see the Executor EX, we definitely are in spot to do it. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, we're definitely in a good spot here. Let's see where he commits the energy. So he decided to be aggressive and or to like try, I guess, get this Snivy out the way. It could be either one. Giovanni? That's like playing a supporter because you can. Not really because you should. Because it doesn't fix the, like, he could have just poked for 20 and then still had the card in the background, but and like still had the Geo knockout available. Using potion here doesn't, like, there's no need to do so, but we won't. Hopefully we get heads and we just start, we put the pressure off early. Okay, let's go. That's one KO already. Yeah, it's just too aggressive. Which is why even in the Celebi deck you should be playing Executor. Like, alright, we're going first against water again. Now whether or not it's Gyarados is yet to be seen, right? And we're going first, so we don't have the energy advantage unfortunately, but okay, Finian, okay. So it's like a Misty deck that's trying to shoot the back line. Probably has Starmie as well. I guess the idea here would be, doesn't matter. It was like to see the egg, but clearly not the egg. We could hold that Bulbasaur, honestly. The egg would have made it where the X speed works to like bring them out next turn if we were able to see the piece to be aggressive, but we're gonna have to take it slow and hope that the healing is enough. Due to like the energy, like the energy requirements for the Bulbasaur line attacks, even not seeing Ivysaur next turn isn't a big deal. If we don't see it the turn after that, then we're kind of, which is why I didn't feel like we needed to put the Bulbasaur. Because even if he like Sabrina's and starts applying pressure, we're okay with that. Up until the following turn. Like this upcoming turn, we're okay with it. Next turn, we need to see it. Let's go research here. There's Venusaur, there's Executor. Or Executor, I don't know. I feel like you'll hear me multiple times in the video question how it's said, but... Alright, we really need to see it next turn. We're halfway through the deck. That means it's a 1 in 5 to see it. Which if we go by my Wonder Pick luck, 1 in 5, like 1 in 5 is impossible. Might as well be 0. Nice, so now we're really in trouble because he's gonna be flipping and flopping energy left and right. Also, if he has the Lumineon or whatever, it also has a free retreat cost. So he's able to go through attackers without any issues, which is crazy. Potion would be nice to save the Mew. Okay. Unfortunately, we need an Ivysaur a lot more than the potion. Yeah, this game is not looking too good for us. Yeah, I don't want to waste. I didn't want to waste it, but we can't just give away points here. What would be the win condition here? Because this Mew EX is dead next turn regardless. Because let's say he hits it with Starmie for 90. If I put it in the background, okay, we're gonna definitely give up the Bulbasaur that doesn't have energy on it. So Mew survives another day, because he'll just switch into this, give it the energy, or evolve and switch. Alright, so that's, I guess, okay, I see what the play is. He's Sabrina, but now since I put this one forward, he's gonna shoot this one down. That otherwise, okay, never mind. I have no idea what's going on. Never mind, ignore me. I'm not in his head, and maybe for good reason. Although now we're in a position where we might be able to punish him. We can't put this Ivysaur in the front, unfortunately. But yeah, part of me almost wanted to. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Once we get rid of this Lumineon, we are safe from like damage. This Misty could give him enough energy to literally play however he wants from here on out, thanks to that Vaporeon. But once we knock out Lumineon, our backline is safe. Okay, really honed in on that Mew, and I could not tell you why. Because now we go Venusaur. X speed. Which, by the way, I was hesitant on like playing the X speed. Like I'm playing the guy's deck card for card just to see like if it was truly like the build. Like I would prefer Leaf over X speed, but it's come out clutch so many times. Or like a lot of times they're what's the word for, like either or would work. I don't know if that, there's definitely a word for it. Interchangeable. They're interchangeable. But there's been a lot of cases where like I needed Sabrina or Erica alongside the turn that I switched my Pokemon around, and the X speed has come huge. I think it was in an earlier video. I mean, an earlier match that in the video that y'all saw how important that was. Hitting for 90 doesn't matter here. We're gonna heal for 80. And now we have the execute as well. Although, well, yeah, he can't set up Lumineon fast enough. And we could set up a second Venusaur. Let's go an energy here. Erica here. And the Giant Bloom. His mistake was not prioritizing the Venusaur line, like trying to hit this Mew. Or actually, no, his mistake was not just switching to Starmie and blasting the Mew for 90, making it where, regardless of where Mew went after that, the Lumineon, or Lumineon, however you want to pronounce it, would have been getting that knockout for free. And then, yeah, I think he should have protected that a little bit more. You see now, yeah, he hits me for 90 again, puts me at 90. We heal to 120, and both his Starmies are in like at risk of falling. And now we have Sabrina as well, but we want the Sabrina's gonna come in clutch the following turn if like he tries to body block with Vaporeon or something. Again, no threat of Lumineon, so I think I'm gonna keep execute just in case he like Sabrina's us. And I want a quick like switch in or something, or like I could throw him out to the wolves. Let's keep it like this. Yeah. So next turn, Sabrina basically guarantees the win outside of like another body coming down. Because like his best bet here is to bring out Vaporeon. And then I don't know what, like he would need to put an extra body preemptively, which you assume he has in the deck somewhere, but yeah, no, that's GG's. I honestly didn't think we'd have this one, but he gave us enough time, and it was clearly that misstep. Like, had he just yeah, GG's. Had he just protect his Lumineon and gone for 90 on the Mew first, the game would have changed. I don't know how we won it or not. It was like you'd have to like play it out from there to see how it would have gone around. But he definitely put himself a turn behind after doing that, and we took full advantage of it. All right, going second against Water once again, and unfortunately we start Mew once again. But nothing we can't come back from. The Pokeball's gonna be clutch. Hopefully we see the X speed. If Pokeball hits the egg and we see X speed, we're in there. We'll apply enough pressure to like make up for the start. Yeah, pretty good start. Pokeball research. I wouldn't mind the research off the top. Let's see. Sabrina. Not what we needed in this current moment, but the Pokeball helps. And it is the egg. So although we can't apply pressure just yet, like I would have loved to hit for 20 here, we will start setting it up. And then next turn we could go, we could retreat the Mew, so. You got 130 there. Mathematically, we're like forced to, oof, this Mystic could be a problem. Never mind, not a problem at all. Okay. Another Pokeball, not that it'll matter as per se. But I guess it's good to have it on the bench now. This is a game of like the aggro versions, like basically the Water's aggro is Starmie. Like he's playing Squirtle and we're playing Bulbasaur, but our aggro lines are Starmie and Executor. This is like the 1v1 versus our aggro lines, basically. We really need heads here. Ideally, we get 2 heads, right? Well, it's good to start with 1. Now we threaten, like, oh, with the Geo, we knock you out. Granted, we don't have it. You could clearly see that we don't have it, but they can't. So we'll see how they play around that. Get another Squirtle. They might risk their backline at this point. See, anytime that we get that it buys us, we're okay. So no, he's gonna go for 90. That puts us at 70. We're able to Erica back to 120. So we're okay. Not to mention that if we just flip head, it's game. But let's go Erica just in case we don't flip heads. Come on. Oof. Executor is just too strong. Executor, this is a Venusaur deck. This is an Executor deck. With Venusaur supporting in the back. That's what this is. And honestly, you could do that with any grass type Pokemon, and you'll have yourself a deck. This guy's just a house. He's just too good. Like, I can't say enough about this card. Now, granted, he's a Misty away from that being live, but we could also be greedy like Sabrina. But there's like also no need to be that greedy. Because it's not going to attack us anytime soon, and neither is this one. Okay, that's okay. We gotta accept that one. We can't get all heads, right? Like, I'm aware Sabrina could have won us the game there, but you see there, it missed, and then what do we do, right? Also, they have 0 points. There's no need to, like... I wonder if they're going to switch in... Well, yeah, they're going to switch into Blastoise for 40. I wonder if they'll do that. And Ivysaur next turn would be huge. We really need to see Ivysaur so that by the time this Executor is gone, which is next turn, we have the... Okay, Research. It's a 25% chance, and we're drawing 2 cards. Let's go Ivysaur. Another Research, and there's the Ivysaur. Okay, I think we got it locked. There's not really a way for us to lose this one. Especially if this is heads. Okay, you know what? You did it when it mattered earlier, so I'm not gonna complain. I don't think we could lose the damage trading with Blastoise. Not to mention that we have Sabrina, and we already damaged the Starmie. So, okay, Articuno does buy him time from the initial play that I was thinking. And he needs 2 extra energy to hit for 160, which is still not enough to knock out Venusaur. And he would need a Misty to get there, so Sabrina doesn't really work either. We could start putting Bulbasaur for whatever reason. There's the Venusaur. And then what this Venusaur guarantees is that, again, he needs a Misty and a Sabrina in 1 turn, which is not possible, in order to beat the Mew. So his most option is to go, like, his best option to survive, is what I'm trying to say, is to switch into the Articuno. And that the Misty failed anyways. Would have been to go to Articuno, in which we just Sabrina. And I doubt he's gonna like potion this Starmie randomly. So let's checkmate here. It started off pretty ugly, but our secondary line, which was the egg, ended up being better than his secondary line of the Starmie. So maybe Erica's better than Misty. Confirmed? I don't know. Yeah, so this would buy him a turn, but we'll just end it here. No need to stall. There's a reason Misty is the second gym. Damn, he's really gonna put this poor Squirtle. Alright, GG's though. There's a reason Misty's the second gym, and Erica's number 4.